Okay, good evening, Foxes. That's friends of Xero. My name is Stephen Sashin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Xero Shoes. And turn off my volume. There we go, so I don't get an echo. That didn't work. There we go. And this evening we're here to chat about the new Ipari Hana, our first closed-toed shoe from Xero Shoes. And if you've got questions, I will have answers. I'm going to make a couple of quick changes over to what's happening on my computer so I can see your questions because I won't be able to hear them. So if you have any questions, just type them in the little window below and I will get to them. Pardon me, with Facebook Live it takes a few moments until everything refreshes properly and I'm in that mode of getting to the correct page so that we can actually have this conversation. There we go. All right, I'm now live and now I'm doing this and now I've got the questions that I can see and we are ready to rock. So I'm going to tell you first a little bit about what's happening with the Ipari Hana and other things that we have planned for Xero Shoes in the upcoming months that I think you're going to really enjoy. And then we'll kind of play it from there. This is going to be a very casual, interactive thing going on. So I'm just checking to see if there's any questions yet, and the answer is no. So perfect. I'm going to jump into things in just one second. I'm actually trying to pop up the appropriate Facebook window so I can see your questions better, and it's not letting me do that for some strange reason. By the way, if you just notice in the URL above, xeroshoes.com/Hana, that's where you can go to have to win a pair of Hana, and also that'll point you to where you can order a pair of Hana as well. So just so you know. All right, I'm doing one more thing just to see why I can't view the questions. How's the launch going? Sean Dawes asks. The answer is unbelievably well. In fact, I'm going to look at something on my computer in another window, and I will give you the answer of how well it's going before I jump into telling you about this shoe. When we launched our Z Trail sandal back in March, that was our best-selling time ever. We sold almost 2,000 pairs in about a week. Right now for the Hana, we've sold, I'm looking at this as of today. Oh wait, actually this is a little off. I've got to change that. Over 2,000 already. I think the number, well, I'll see what the number is in a second. 2,325 pairs of Hana in the first week, which is just really, really amazing, and the reviews have been tremendous. If you look here on Facebook or go to xeroshoes.com and look at the Hana page, you'll see just some incredible responses from people who've gotten their hands on these already. Okay, so let me tell you what this is and why and how we did this. For the last 7 years, Lane and I started Xero Shoes. Actually, it was Invisible Shoes when we started it, but we began this November 23rd, 2009. And when we did that, or since we've done that, people have said to us, wow, I love your sandals, but what do I do if it's winter? Or what do I do if, what do I do if I need something closed-toe for work? This is a Sunday evening and my brain is completely not functioning right now, so bear with me. Anyway, people have been asking for a closed-toed shoe for quite a while, and we didn't want to do it wrong, is the best thing I can say. So we took the base off of our best-selling Z Trek sandal, crazy, crazy flexible, 5.5 millimeters of our FeelTrue rubber with our 5,000-mile sole warranty, and we built a casual upper on top of that. So it's a casual canvas upper, that's canvas, and the inside is microfiber, really, really soft. Actually, you can't quite see that very well on this one. Microfiber accents, and then our Huarache lacing idea, or inspiration. So this actually is functional, not just attractive. You can see it right there. And it's got a nice wide toe box. This is a little deceptive, by the way, just for the fun of saying it. So this part, the actual sole, is about 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters less wide than the comparable Z-Trek. But that's not a big deal because when you actually put these on and your feet come in here, the way the upper works is your foot extends over that. So it's a little different than fitting sandals. Sandals are really easy to fit. The thing with sandals is we do them in single sizes, in whole sizes, and what that means is 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. And it's, if you're like in between sizes, you just adjust the heel strap a tiny little bit, and you're totally fine. Oh man, I just realized I'm not using my good microphone, so my apologies for that. But with shoes, these come in whole and half sizes, so like 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, etc. And so fitting is a little more exact. And that means that if you don't get the right size, you can get our free exchange and get the right size. We give you templates to use to find out what should be right for you and instructions to figure out what should be right for you. But all I can tell you is no shoe company on the internet has mastered getting sizing perfectly. We're not going to be the first. So we just try to make it as easy as possible, as accurate as possible. And if you have a problem, just give us a shout, drop us an email. We do a free exchange for you for that. Okay, so back to what makes the Hana so special. Really, really lightweight. A men's 8 is about 8 ounces. Like all of our products, really, really flexible. I just folded the heel down. By the way, I just want to highlight that. You can, if you like, just fold this down and step on that and just slide in and go. The Hana is designed to be a casual shoe, something you'd wear out for night out or any casual use, whatever that is. But again, since it's using our FeelTrue sole, same as our best-selling sandal, we've already had people doing pretty much everything you can think of in these: running, hiking, CrossFit, parkour, you name it. The reason that I say it's not designed as a running shoe, or the reason that I say it's designed as a casual shoe, is twofold. One, a performance shoe is going to have more reinforcement in places where you might apply force and friction, and the lacing is going to be more, there's going to be more ways to adjust the lacing to get a secure fit. So again, this is designed for casual, but I know you're going to do whatever you want to do in. It is vegan friendly, so if you are a vegan, there are no animal products in here. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, of course, it looks awesome. You can win a pair if you go to xeroshoes.com/Hana, that URL right above me. And these come in 3 colors. This is our black and rust. Let me grab the brown. Oh, pardon the fact that this is laced badly. I just grabbed these out of our sales guy's office. So here's brown with black soles. And then we've also got a sand, we call it sand with chocolate sole. The chocolate part is this part, so here's the sand. And they're all selling kind of equally well. One other thing I want to say, and then I'm going to go to questions because I see we've got a bunch of them in here. One other thing I want to say before I jump into the questions is the Hana is a men's shoe. Now, here's what the air quotes mean. How do I say this? So, statistically, on average, men's feet are a little wider and have a slightly different shape, slightly flatter shape actually, than women's feet. 70% of our customers are men, so we elected to make the Hana as a men's shoe. Again, the air quotes are because we have a lot of women who are wearing the Hana already. The best way to tell if it's okay for you is if you go to the page where we're selling the shoes, you can see that there's sizing templates that you can print out and put your foot on it and see how that works for you. If your foot's really narrow, it's actually not much of a problem. We've had people with really narrow feet. It's just got this nice roomy toe box, so you'll have a lot of extra room. But suffice it to say, it's this is, for some women, it's definitely going to be a little too wide. It's also only goes down to a men's 6.5, which is about a women's 7.5 or 8. So if it's not your size, I have good news for you. Before I show you the good news. So again, 70% of our customers are men, so we went for the men's thing. Also because Lane and I have bootstrapped this company. We don't have big investors behind us. We don't have tons of money like many other companies have gotten started with a whole bunch of cash. We've done this all on our own. So we can't do everything we want all at the same time. If we could, we would have also come out with this at the same time. This is the Lena, named after my wife Lena, and it's the women's version of the Hana. This is coming out in March. Very similar idea. Same nice wide toe box for women, comes in women's sizes, slightly different design, but just a wonderful, wonderful shoe. And all the same ideas that you get in the Hana, you get with the Lena. So let me take a look and see how the questions are, and I will jump in on that. So 1 second. Let's see. Can't wait to get some. Awesome. Congrats, congrats. We've been selling these not only on our website, but we have our first kiosk, our actual live place to sell at the Flatirons Mall here in Broomfield, Colorado, and also Pedestrian Shop, one of the iconic footwear stores in Boulder, selling this and doing really, really well, just FYI. Okay, I've actually seen a whole bunch of comments, but nothing resembling questions. So let me refresh and see if there's anything new going on in the question department, and then I'll answer those. Hi, Jesse Driscoll, who's watching. Hi, Pat. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Pat again. Thanks again, Sean. Hi, Emilio. Wow, I have nothing but comments and nothing resembling a question, which is my favorite thing. All right, so given that, I'm going to show you some other things. I'll show you one other thing for what's happening in the spring. So again, designed to be a casual shoe, and some people are going to say, well, what about, when I want to run, can I run in these? You could, I don't recommend it, you could. If you want to run, though, you might want to wait until the spring when we launch this. This is the Ipari Prio. And so the Prio, it's actually the same base as the Hana, but with a performance upper. And I'll show off my favorite thing on the Prio is that this bit of lace right here, this bit of webbing right here, it's not sewn down, it's functional. So you can adjust the tension of this, which tightens up or loosens up around your instep. And what that means is you can get a good, nice, secure fit around your instep, which frees up your toes to move naturally no matter what you're doing. So, don't tell anyone. But this is going to be happening in March at the same time, for men and women, the same time that we launch the Leno. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick refresh and see if there's any questions. So far, no. Wow, if there's not any questions, then this might go really fast and I'm going to go home and spend a relaxing evening with my wife, which would be great. Okay, I got no questions so far, which is a dreamy thing. Let's see, is there anything else I can say? Oh, so if you go to xeroshoes.com/Hana, and I can see that it's a little hard to read that. Let me play with the angles and maybe you'll be able to see that a little better for a moment. Not so great. But if you go to xeroshoes.com/Hana, you can A, register to win a pair of Hana. There's two ways to do it. One is just, there's a sweepstakes application on the right-hand side of the page, and there's a bunch of activities you can do. Each activity gives you a point. The more points you get, the better your chances of winning. Also, you can leave a comment on that page, and we're going to pick our top 3 favorite comments and give those people a free pair of Hana as well. The Hana is now on sale. We're having our launch sale. It goes from now and through next Monday night, through the 31st, through Halloween evening. And so it's 20% off. It's normally just $79.99, but it's $64.99 right now. And you can take advantage of that $15 off by going to xeroshoes.com/Hana, and then you'll see a bunch of links that will take you to the page where you can actually find the right sizing for your feet and how to order. So I want to back up to the sizing thing. Once again, sizing, not a perfect thing on the internet, sadly, but we do the best we can by letting you measure your feet, print out templates where you can step on the template and see how that fits your feet and use that to decide what's the right size for you. If you're not sure, by the way, you can step on the template and take a picture of that and send that to us, and we'll give you our opinion about sizing. If you're not sure, if you think you're in between sizes, go up a half a size. That's something to do. So, Sean says, take my money. Happy to give it to you. Angelica says, will the activewear shoe come in different colors? This is the activewear shoe. It does. There are 2 colors for men, 2 colors for women. I'm not going to show those off right now just because I want to leave something to be a bit of a surprise. And then James asks, what's the best way to clean the Hana? Since this is canvas, soap and water should do fine, and just let it air dry. I'm pretty confident it will actually handle being in a washing machine with cold water and in a dryer that's just air drying, but I'm not suggesting you do that. I know we've tested that, but I honestly don't remember what the results were. Suffice it to say, if you're going to try and do something in a machine, cold water and just tumble, no hot air. That would be the thing I'm looking for. Edward says, I have to say I've received mine 2 days ago and haven't taken them off except to sleep. Very satisfied. That's sweet. Thanks. Sean asks, are there any plans for a waterproof shoe? Oh my, oh my. One of the things that's very interesting to me about developing products is the moment you develop something, people suddenly get all the ideas of everything else they want. And so the moment we started showing this to people, people said, oh, is there a waterproof version or a water-friendly version, which is not the same as waterproof? So water-friendly would be that it drains really, really easily. Waterproof would mean that water doesn't get in. Suffice it to say, we are looking into both of those things for 2017. But right now our plan is to get the Hana on as many people as possible, see how many people can have, feel the freedom, feel the fun, and feel the world in ease. And then we're going to, frankly, take a lot of feedback and see what people are looking for. The same way this happened because people asked us for a closed-toe version of our sandals, we're going to take the feedback that we're getting from our foxes, friends Xero, and see what makes sense. Oh wait, I have the other colors of the Prio here. No? All right, no, I'm not going to show those. That'll be a surprise. So we've definitely had the conversation already about waterproof and water-friendly. I have a very sneaking suspicion we're going to have a lot of versions and variations of this product because it's just really, really fine. And we're going to want to expand the possibilities within the Hana. Similarly, I will kind of preface this. For the Prio, we've already got plans for other versions of the Prio as well, but I'm definitely not telling you about those yet. In fact, let me say something about just where Xero is going. Edward says, I'd rather have drains easily, to be honest. Good to know, and we will put that in the database that we keep, or the spreadsheet we keep of who's asking for what. Oh wait, there was just something I was going to say about these, about fit, about use. Where Xero's going, that's what it was. So the fundamental premise behind everything we do is really simple. Feet are supposed to move. They're supposed to bend, to flex, and to feel the world. If you don't let them bend and flex and feel the world, that function of bending and flexing and moving tries to move upstream to your ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, which are not designed to handle that kind of balancing and agility thing that this does. And so that could lead to various pains, knee pain, ankle pain, plantar fasciitis as well, almost any kind of joint pain you can think of. When you get out of a big structured shoe, when you let your feet do this moving thing, let your feet do their job, that can take the stress off the other joints. The feeling thing is equally important. More nerve endings on the bottom of your feet, on the sole of your feet, than anywhere but your fingertips and your lips. And this is not an accident. You're supposed to feel things. We want you to be able to feel the world safely. So our soles have different amounts of protection / ground feel based on the activities that you want to do. So that's the fundamental premise. Everything we do is based on that. And we're committed to doing two things, expanding our sandal line and our performance footwear line, as well as our casual footwear line. So by this time next year, you're going to be looking at a company that's got a complete performance line, a complete casual line, and a sandal line with, maybe 3 or 4 products in each one of those categories that I know you're going to love. So a couple more comments have come in. Angelica is complaining that I'm teasing. It's true. And Nicole says, I'd like more color options as well, and we're doing that as well. I got to tell you something funny about color. So you put up like 10 colors, and people go, oh my God, I love all those colors. I'll take black. Or they'll look at, we've seen this in real time, where they go, oh, that purple is awesome. I'll take black. So black is always 50% of our sales. So we know that that's going to be our best seller no matter what the product is. Black is always the best seller, just the way it is. Or something that's dark. For running shoes, slightly different story, but for almost everything else, black is always the best seller. Now, we are not a huge company yet, getting bigger every day, but we have pretty large minimums that we have to make for every color. So to be candid, we have this kind of push me, pull you thing going, where we want to make more colors, but each color costs us a lot of money, so we have to make sure it's going to sell. And if we don't have massive distribution, we're more limited in what we can do with colors. So all that said, as our distribution increases, and I'll say more about that in a second, we can do more colors. So on our list, as long as we know that we have somewhere that we can sell them, because again, when we sell direct, 50% is black. Okay, t-shirts. Oh, look at that. All right, so we ran out of t-shirts, and we're looking to do a more interesting design than just our Xero logo, and that's in the works. So we expect to have t-shirts on our site, probably not until the spring, since it's not really t-shirt weather at the moment, but we're definitely doing that. So, and same thing with t-shirts, actually. Colors in t-shirts, so there's minimums for that as well, and blah, 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 blah. Suffice it to say, thank you for asking about them, and thanks for the +1 from Sean, and yeah, it's definitely on our list. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate your comment. And Nicole says more colors, and good. Perfect. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that I want to say. Sale is going on through October 31st. Tell everyone you know. It's the best sale we're going to have on the product, as far as I can tell, ever. And we only have a limited number between now and the spring. The almost 2,400 pairs that we've sold already is making a big dent, and we know that we're getting some what's called at-once business, some orders from some retailers who want the product now. They didn't order earlier, but now that they see how it's going, they want it now. And so we know that we're going to be blowing through the inventory that we have between now and the spring before the spring. So if you know you want a pair, definitely grab a pair and tell your friends. Let me see if there's any other comments or questions that have come in. Give me 1 second to do that refresh. I'm still mastering or trying to master Facebook Live. If you haven't done this yet, it's okay. The interface, not the best for knowing what you're trying to do, staying on top of things. Let's see. Edward asks, are there replacements for... Oh, that's actually a great question. Let me address that. So, the Hana has here, I'm going to take it apart and show you some things. So, the Hana starts with our 5.5 millimeter FeelTrue sole with our 5,000 mile sole warranty. But because this is not just a sandal where you're stepping right on the rubber, to put an upper onto rubber, there's a couple different ways of doing it. One is referred to as strobel construction. I'm going to be teaching you more about footwear in the next minute than you ever wanted to learn. So strobel construction, they take the upper and they sew that to the strobel board. I don't know why I'm in air quote mode. And then they attach the strobel board and the upper to the sole, and here's what that looks like on the inside. You can see the strobel board, how that's sewn together, and how that's attached to the sole. So you can wear it like that if you like. It's actually pretty comfortable. But we're also including a 2 millimeter thick, barely padded insole that you can optionally insert into the shoe. Someone described it, they said that without it's called a sock liner or the insert, that without it it's like the Z-Trek, and with it it's more like the Z-Trail. And I think that's a great description. In other words, without it, very barefoot feeling, with it, slightly more protection. And we are ordering more of these in case you somehow wear them out, so not an issue. They'll be $1 million each. We're trying to sell 2 next year, and I have no idea what they're going to cost. Suffice it to say, we will make those available. And Sean asked, are the Hanas covered by the 5,000 mile sole warranty? And they are. So if you wear the sole down to less than a millimeter on the ball of the foot or the heel, I think it says, then there's a nominal cost for replacing those. Just to clarify, some people think that the sole warranty means anything, having anything. There's 2 things. We have our manufacturer's warranty. If anything goes wrong that has to do with production and manufacturing, happy to take care of that. And then we have the 5,000 mile sole warranty. But we're not suggesting that these are going to last for 1 million years. Normal wear and tear is normal wear and tear, except on the sole where we have the 5,000 mile warranty. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can just go read about it at xeroshoes.com/warranty, where it's all explained. Let's see. Any other questions? No, not yet. I'm going to aim for making this a 30-minute chat. So that means we've got 7 minutes to go. Angelica asks, am we willing to distribute through an out-of-state company at this point? I'm not sure what you mean. We are selling, there's about 60 stores in America that are selling our products, and about another 100 stores around the world. If you go to xeroshoes.com/stores, or just go to the site and look in the upper right, there's a store locator. You can click on that, you'll see everywhere that's carrying Xero Shoes. If by chance you lived in Japan, it's impossible to be more than 100 miles away from somewhere selling Xero Shoes. And they do have the Hana in Japan. They've also got them in Australia and New Zealand. So, Angelica, is that the question that you had? Now, for 2017, while I'm checking to see if you meant something different, 2017 we're going to be in a lot more retail locations. So we're having meetings with some major retailers over the next week, actually, the next month, actually, that are all planning on carrying a product in 2017. We don't know if they're going to pick things up in the spring or in the summer, but definitely by the fall. Both the things that we're showing here, the Hana and the Prio. By the way, if it looks like I'm moving strangely, it's because I am. I had shoulder surgery 5 weeks ago, and I'm not really supposed to be using this arm. Don't tell my doctor. Anyway, so we'll have the Hana and the Prio, and then, as I mentioned, we have some other products that are coming out for the fall of 2017 that we expect to be in retail as well. They're going to be great. Angelica says, I'm thinking you have a good base in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's interesting. I don't know if we have a store in Lincoln or not, but we know there are stores that are in Lincoln that we are talking to. So I'm hoping and assuming by the summer we will have somewhere in Lincoln that'll be perfect for us. Frank says, my 2 pairs should arrive tomorrow. Awesome. Can't wait to hear how that goes. Take pictures, give us a review, etc., etc. And of course, look, as always, if you have any questions, any issues, any problems, any whatever, we're really here to help. We have a incredibly wonderful team, our customer happiness team, that literally all they do all day is sit on their computers and on the phone, helping people who have questions with ordering, or questions with sizing, or questions with how to run or walk more healthily. Healthily? Okay. With better form and more naturally. That's, I don't know why I didn't say this before. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm exhausted. So the key to, one of the other ways that we like to describe what Xero is all about is what I call the 3 pillars of natural. And what that means first is natural fit. So a wide enough toe box so that your toes can spread and relax. A zero drop, Z-E-R-O drop sole, which means the heel isn't elevated from the ball of the foot, but also a zero X-E-R-O drop sole, because we're also committed to things that are low to the ground that give you great protection, but also don't interfere with balance and agility, or may even help with balance and agility. So that's natural fit. So the second is natural function. Again, your feet are supposed to bend and flex and move, so we make stuff flexible enough that allows that to happen. That also makes Xeros great for travel because they roll up or fold up and take up almost no space. And then the third is natural feel. Again, you're supposed to feel the ground, and we want you to safely and appropriately stimulate your feet and your brain. And it's a funny thing. People think that the whole idea of feeling the ground is about your feet, but it's really about your feet and your brain and the loop that those things make. If your brain doesn't get the signals from your feet that it's waiting for, it basically shuts down and says, oh, you're not using those things at the end of your leg, all right, we won't pay attention to those. And they become less flexible, less useful, you have worse balance. The more you use them, the better that brain-body connection gets, and the more functional you will be. So we're really committed to doing that. The personal story some of you may know, a year ago, a little over a year ago, my father died as a result of not using his feet. And what that means more specifically is that he really was always in big, thick, padded motion control shoes for decades and decades, and didn't have good balance, and he tripped and fell and broke his hip, and 2 weeks later he was gone. And we are really committed to helping people of all ages, and no one's asked about kids yet, so I'll preface that. We are hoping that we can do kid shoes at some point, because we really are committed to letting people experience the benefits and the fun of natural movement for their entire life and for everything you could possibly want to do, from casual use to performance. So that's what we're committed to. Anyway, all that said, 3 more minutes and I think I'm going to call it a day, call it an evening, call it a something. And just remind you, if you go to xeroshoes.com/Hana, you can enter to win a pair by using the contest application on the right-hand side of the page, or leaving comments, and we will pick our top 3 favorite comments to give a free pair of Hana to. And the sale that we have right now is running through October 31st, so $15 off instead of $79.99, only $64.99. So pass it on, tell your friends, buy Christmas presents early, whatever you can think of. We're definitely going to sell out of the inventory that we have now. That's supposed to last us to the spring. It is not going to happen. So thank you, and yikes. There's people always love to say, wow, it must be great, or there's worse problems to have than selling out of inventory. And all I can say is, whenever someone can't give me money for a product that I want to put on their feet, it's not great. There are worse problems to have, but we just want to be able to give people what they want so they can feel the freedom, feel the fun, and feel the world as often as possible. Comments. Frank Jones says, William Nichols and I did the 200-mile Bourbon Chase relay last. He wore his Z-Trek, and Frank wore his Clouds, and we got to really talk up Xeros. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. And let's see, a couple of more comments came in. Rex, a bunch. Rex just ordered his today. Awesome, Rex. Thank you very much. Can't wait to hear what you experience when you get them. And Edward is congratulating Frank. I would agree with that. And Elliot says, show the Prio again. All right, if you insist. So here's the Prio. Again, same base as the Hana, but with a performance upper. This is what I was talking about before for why the Hana isn't a running shoe. You can see we've added just some extra support along the top where your toes are dorsiflexing, and along the sides for lateral movement. And the lacing, the Huarache-inspired lacing, is actually functional. Holds it around your ankle, and then this part of the lacing you can use to adjust the tension around your instep, so you can get some nice secure fit here and let your toes really be free. Also, really, really lightweight. The men's 9 was coming in at about 7.6 ounces, I think, was the last time when we last looked, and again, like all of our stuff, crazy flake. So one of the problems with having my shoulder not working is I can't roll things the way I like to. But suffice it to say, really flexible, really light, really comfortable. A slightly different design. Does this one have it? No, this one's got what we refer to as a stitch and turn design on the on the inside. So you can definitely wear it barefoot if you want, or with socks, obviously. And then it's going to have an optional insole, an optional sock liner with just a little bit of extra padding if you're on trails or something more aggressive or need a little bit of extra comfort. There's something I was going to say about these, trails, comfort, insole, padding. I can't remember. In a related note to, I was going to say I shouldn't schedule these on a Sunday night when I'm totally exhausted and need a nap. I'm going to have another one of these next Sunday night. So since the sale ends a week from tomorrow, a week from Monday, I'm going to have one more time for people to come on board and get their questions answered and find out more about the Hana next Sunday, the 30th, at the same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern, 0100 GMT. And, socks, that's what it was. Some people ask, do I wear these barefoot or with socks? And the answer is whichever you prefer. If you're going to be wearing these with thicker socks, I would definitely recommend going up a half a size. Just that way you'll be able to fit you and your socks in there. Ed, I understand. You could use that this winter. I totally get that. There's nothing, how do I want to say this? My whole life, everything I ever did for a living up until this was very fast and direct. I would do something, I would get paid for it, we'd be done. I was a performer for a living, I would perform, I'd get paid, it was over. I did, Christopher Phelan says, wearing mine now, eating out. I'm assuming you don't mean eating out of your shoes, just having a fine meal somewhere, which sounds like a delightful thing. But the making of footwear is a long process. There's the whole design and testing process, and then the manufacturing process itself, and then dealing with the seasonality for retail. So this is going to sound crazy. We next month are going to talk to retailers about the products they're going to have in their stores this time next year, which is just mind-numbing for me. Suffice it to say, I would love to be able to do everything. I've got a list of all the products that we're looking to develop that's on a whiteboard over there. I wish we could have all of it done tomorrow. But even if we had an infinite amount of cash to do that, we don't have the time to get all of those done perfectly the way we would like to within that same amount of time. So suffice it to say, over the next couple of years, God, that sounds crazy when I say that, but let's just say between now and 2017, you're going to see a bunch of new products that you're going to totally love for both performance and casual wear, both sandals and shoes. And then in 2018, we're going to massively blow your mind yet again with the stuff that we have planned for that. So I'm going to put out a little thing. If you have any last questions, toss them in now. Otherwise, I'm going to do the world's fastest recap and then go home and get some sleep. So I'll start the recap, and if you have any questions, hit me. The recap again. The Ipari Hana, our casual shoe that we came up with because people were asking for something like our sandal, but it says motorcycle boots. Minimalist motorcycle boots. It's an interesting idea. Cars. I think Xero cars is a great idea. Actually, it's funny. Xero, while we do Xero shoes, Xero is a great umbrella for a bunch of products that all are about natural and about proper movement and not extra bells and whistles that you don't need. And no, I understand that you're not criticizing Edward. I totally get it. I completely appreciate that once you've been wearing Xeros for a while, putting on any other normal shoe, it just feels like a brick. So been there, done that. That's why we're trying to do this as fast as we can. And you want one of these t-shirts, Rex? Give us a call or drop us an email at support@xeroshoes.com. I don't know how many we have floating around the office. We might have a couple. They're not, I think they're sold out on the website, but we might have a couple floating around. So drop us a note or give a call. Angelica asks, is it possible to keep them folded up for an extended period of time without damaging them? I don't know what extended means for you, but yes, they'll do that for a while. It might take a little bit for them to unwind a bit, but it shouldn't hurt anything to do that. If you want to define extended, I can give you a better answer. So anyway, Based on our sandals with a casual canvas upper, with a microfiber inside and microfiber accents. It's vegan friendly. You can wash it with soap and water. It's a casual shoe, but people are wearing it for pretty much everything. I can't stop them from doing that, but it really is designed to be casual. The sole is backed by our 5,000-mile sole warranty. You can win a pair by going to xeroshoes.com/Hana and filling out using the sweepstakes application on the right-hand side of the page, or you can leave some comments and try and win a pair by leaving one of our top 3 favorite comments. Christopher says, great shoe, exclamation mark, smiley, exclamation mark, smiley face. Thank you, we agree. And I think that's all I can think of. So I'm just double checking if there's any other questions. The idea of motorcycle boots. Actually, we are, wait, can I tell you that one? No. We don't have a motorcycle boot coming out. But let's just say for those of you who want to do a little more hiking, then we're going to have something you're going to really like. Angelica, just long enough to swap them out with your sand. Oh yeah, totally. You can do this for a while. We don't sell them this way or ship them this way because that's kind of silly. But yeah, there's not a problem with doing that. By the way, they do get a little more flexible as you start to wear them. The canvas gets a little looser and gets even more comfortable. Okay, so last but not least, this is going to be a going once, going twice. Go to xeroshoes.com/Hana to enter to win a pair, and then you'll see a bunch of links you can click to then buy a pair. If you register to win and you've already bought them, you'll have the choice of getting a refund or getting an additional pair for yourself or someone you know or love for free. Totally up to you. We're happy to play with that either way. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday evening to spend some time with me. This is Facebook Live. I'm getting really kind of fond of this, and I will definitely set something up so that we have better audio, better video, better control over seeing comments. Christopher says, I love hiking. We're in Boulder, Colorado. It's hiking mecca. We do as well, which is one of the reasons that we're coming out with a hiking thing that I won't say much more about. Anyway, thank you again. If you have any questions that I haven't answered here, feel free to drop us an email, support@xeroshoes.com. Give us a call. If you go to our website, our phone number is plastered all over it, or leave a comment here, and we will do our best to get back or respond to your comment here as well. If we don't respond fast enough, again, give us a call or drop us an email, because that's the fastest way to get through to us. It's been a real treat hanging out with you for the last 37.5 minutes, and I just can't wait to hear what happens when you get a pair of Hana on your feet and feel the freedom, feel the fun, and feel the world. Take care.